Well, hey, everybody. How are you? Lori Hart here. Great to be live with you all today. I'm streaming in several places at the moment, and I love that. I love technology, you guys. I'm learning technology, which is amazing, right? In this day and age, you need technology to work your business or run your business. So I'm here today to talk to you guys about my favorite subject in the entire world of business. And I don't want to forget things, but this is all going to come from the heart and off the top of my head. I titled this video, Follow Up in Your Business. Are you doing it or are you not? And if you're not, could it be this one thing that's holding you back? So I want to talk about that as we go live here today for the next couple of minutes. And I also want to talk about some strategies that you can use to get your business lit, right? By using some of these strategies and remembering some of these points that I'm about to share with you now about follow up. So, first things first, if you are not following up in your business, it could be because you're lacking belief in what you're doing. If you're not following up because you take your business seriously, it could be because your business to you is more of a hobby, right? If you're in network marketing, it's more of a hobby to you, right? You're not following up because you don't want the answer no. You don't want to hear those words no. You are afraid for that rejection in your life. I want to share something with you that is really important to me. This is the amount of times people follow up and they don't follow up. They don't follow up. So I have a little graphic here on my phone to remind me how many times people follow up. Okay, so let me read this to you because you're going to go, what? All right, 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. That's almost half, you guys. Are you in that statistic? If you are in that statistic, I want you to drop a one wherever you're streaming in from. Drop a one. If you're not following up 48% of the time, okay? 25% of salespeople make a second contact and then they stop. 1 out of 4 will make a second contact and then they stop cold turkey, okay? 12% of salespeople make three contacts after the initial and then they completely stop. That's 12% of people, okay? This is important. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. Only 10%. And I want to tell you why this is important, right? Write this down. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 2. Only 2. The first time you talk to somebody, 2% of people are ready to go. Okay. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. That's 3% of sales on the second contact. 5% on the third. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. And here's the kicker, you guys. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. The 5th to the 10, 11, 12th contact. That's 80%. Now, do you think that that's because people don't like you? No, that's not why. The reason why is because people are busy, people are thinking, people aren't sure. People need to be shown, right? Third-party validation. People need to be educated. So when you're in the follow-up mode, I want you to put on your business cap and I want you to think to yourself those statistics that I just told you, that 80% of people will buy on the 5th to the 12th contact, 80% of people. All right. Along the way, there's life. Along the way, people get busy. Along the way, people just aren't sure. They want education, right? They want to be sure of what they're buying. So let me give you a quick story. I have a woman that follows up with me every single Friday for the last year about a gym that she has. It's a small business. It's a gym. She messages me every single Friday. Now, every Friday, I know her text is going to come in and she's going to say, hey, Lori, how are you? Hey, it's so-and-so from blank, blank, blank. Curious, how are you feeling? Curious, is your elbow any better? Curious, are you ready to come in for your free session? Curious, we have a sale going on. She's always reaching out to me, right, for different things. Now, she is not bothering me whatsoever. I like to say, when somebody is following up or when I'm following up, all it is a reminder. It's just a reminder, hey, I'm over here in the corner. I'm ready for you and you're ready for me. Now, if you view sales and if you view follow up that way, that's what's going to help you close the sale. If you continue to badger people, feeling as if you're badgering people, right? That energy will transfer. So I get this all the time. I get this a lot. Hey, I want to do what you do, but I'm not the sales type. I want to do what you do, but I don't want to be pushy to my friends and family. And so, do you know what the answer to that is? The answer to that is so don't be. Don't be pushy to your friends and family. You can sell something or share something with somebody in a very tactful way, okay? So maybe you have a conversation, maybe you share a video, maybe you connect to a person, maybe you have third party validation, maybe you have a system already in place and you follow through, right? So within the first 24 hours, there's no problem thanking them, right? Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. What else can I get you to help you make a decision? What else can I get you to help you move forward, right? What other pieces of education do you need? A lot of times people will say, well, let me think about it. Let me look around. Let me inquire. Let me look a little. And I always ask them, what more can I give you? What is it that you want to learn about what we're doing? Right? Because if people start Googling, chances are they're going to find stuff that they get stuck in the scroll hole that is not for them, that they shouldn't even be looking at, you guys, right? Because everything in the world is out there on the internet. So always try to find what you can provide them for information so that you know it comes from a trusted source. That's really, really important. Another thing is when you're following up after maybe 24 hours, you're going to follow back up in 2 to 3 days, right? Make sure you're sending them something that's going to educate them along the way. You want to be sure that you're educating them, giving them things that will help them to make a decision, right? Also, as you're following up, send them other things that make you think of them. The idea is to keep yourself in the forefront of their vision, right? So maybe if you're on social media and you're building on social media, maybe you are commenting on their photos, maybe you're in their stories, maybe you're commenting in their stories because that message goes directly to there. Maybe you found a recipe that you think that they would like and you want to tell them about it. Maybe a brand new restaurant opened up in town and you wanted to say, hey, I'm not sure if you saw this. Maybe something sparked your memory, right? Or maybe you're just giving gratitude for the day and you want to go ahead and say to them, I think you're amazing. That is important to do when you're following up with people. It doesn't always have to be about the product, service, or opportunity that you're selling. It can also be about just a hello, because people want to feel special, right? So when you're constantly in front of them, giving them value, educating them, right? And following up and following up and following up in a kind-hearted way, they feel that. If you're following up with every 10 minutes, hey, do you want to buy that? Hey, I got a sale. Hey, this is what this is going to cost you. Hey, have you thought about that? Hey, have you asked your husband? That's badgering. People don't want to be badgered. And that's when you start to feel that icky feeling. I know that feeling, that one that's deep down inside. You always say to yourself, I don't want to be that person. Well, if you're following up like that, that's badgering. But if you're following up kindly, acting human, sharing an interest, sharing something you have in common, right? That's also a follow up, but it's just done in a gentler way. Now, if you're not getting anything back on your follow up, like you're like, hey, I found this recipe. Hey, it's okay to finally say, listen, last thing I want to do is be a bother to you. If you're no longer interested in ketones, or you're no longer interested in fingernail polish strips, or you're no longer interested in skincare, if you're no longer interested in lash boost, if you're no longer interested in what else is there to sell? That house that you saw down the street, say you're in real estate, right? If you're no longer interested in that eyeliner we talked about and the lipstick we mentioned, if you're no longer interested in that eye cream, if you're no longer interested in those electrolytes, that's okay with me. Last thing I want to do is bother you. So just let me know now and I will totally take you off my list. But I just want to know, is it okay if I still message you from time to time? Right? Because you're sending things that are helpful, right? But you really, what you want to do is get to your answer, because we don't want to string anybody along for 3 months, 3 years. Are you going to buy it? Or are you not going to? It's just that makes you feel icky on the inside, and it makes them feel icky on the inside. But if you can get straight to the point, and if you're not following up at all, it's because you are probably not certain in what you're doing. You're not certain in your product. You're not certain in your business, and you're not certain in your opportunity. Because professionals follow up. When I tell somebody I'm going to send them a video and check in, I'm going to send them a video and I'm going to check in. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Follow up is truly the key to your business. If you're not having conversations with people about what you sell, right, about your opportunity or about your service, then you don't have business. And we want you to have a business. We want you to be successful in business. We just want you to be able to do it the right way. So I hope that that was helpful. I hope that you got a little bit out of that. Let's dive deeper into follow up. Like, what are some scripts that you can use? What can you say in Messenger? We can get into those things a little bit later, but I just wanted you to first think about, first of all, in the first place, are you following up at all? And is it because of any of those reasons, right? Any of those reasons you don't believe in yourself? You don't believe in your product, business, or service? That's okay. That's when you need to start working on you and working on the belief building of your product, service, or opportunity. I'm sure that you guys all have videos or opportunity calls or things like that where other people can listen into them, testimonial calls, things like that. It's very important as an entrepreneur that you understand stories of others, because stories are what actually do the selling. Stories sell, facts tell. So you always want to know the stories of other people, right? So you can say, oh my gosh, my friend so-and-so also had that, okay? I'm going to give you a $1 million tip right here. This is a $1 million tip. Ask everyone. Don't leave anybody out. Don't leave anybody out. Because if you're not following up with everybody and you're not making people feel special, chances are you may have warmed them up. Like, you warm them up. They are excited about this. They want to do this, but you don't ever ask them. You don't really ask them to do it with you. You just give them the information and you forget to follow up. Somebody else comes swooping on in with your same opportunity, your same product, your same business, and your best friend might look at you and say, hey, guess what? I'm also doing what you're doing. And you're going to go, you are? I didn't see your order come through. I didn't see you join as a partner. I didn't see, and they're going to say, well, I didn't join you, silly. I joined somebody else because they asked. They actually asked. They took some interest in me. Following up to me is interest in somebody, right? Interest in somebody because you took the time to listen, right? Because in sales or anything like this, we have a solution to problems. We have a solution to problems. So you basically took the time to listen to other people talk, and now bama lama lama, you didn't take enough time. Your friend did, right? And now they're in with the other person. So always remember that story, because if you're not doing your due diligence and you're not following up, and I mean following up for forever, like for the rest of their life, 5 years from now, until they tell you to stop, you should be following up. But you need to learn how to do it in a tactful way, right? Following up, again, like I said, is being in front of them, always letting them see you, sending them a message here and there that just says, I love you, or you're amazing, or, hey, maybe you needed to hear this today. I don't know, but I'm going to give a shout out to all the nurses that I know. Whatever it is, it doesn't always have to be about the sale that you're trying to make, right? It's about being human, loving on people for where they are, loving on people for who they are, right? And respecting somebody's decision, right? Not everybody's ready in your turn or your time, but if you keep reminding them that you're here and you're not going anywhere, chances are they will do business with you in some way, shape, or form. So I hope that was helpful. Don't let a no or don't let a silence get in your head. People are just busy. I promise you that's all it is. I'm not talking about the girl who's messaging me every single week from the gym. I'm not telling people about her. I just read the message and I either answer her or I might not. I might go, well, yeah, I'm not feeling all that great today. Well, thanks for asking, So just remember, not everybody is you and you are not everybody. And just because there's silence or a no does not mean that people do not like you. That's not the truth. That is something that's built into the back of your RAS, your reticular activating system, from something that traumatized you a long time ago. So if that is happening to you, that means it's time for you to start working on yourself personally, okay? All right, you guys, I hope that was super helpful. Great to be here. Lori Hart, ignite your story, ignite your brand, ignite your life. We will talk to you again soon.